Best bites forever.
Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, you're going to learn how to make this bacon blue pizza. But first, I want to give a special welcome back to all of my awesome subscribers. Thank you for stopping back by today. Lots of love going out to all of y'all. I'm going to get started here with 2 ounces of blue cheese, and the blue cheese that I'm using here is an Amish blue cheese. You can get this at Sprouts if you happen to have them around you, and I'm adding that into 4 ounces of cream cheese. These are going to cream together really nicely because of the creaminess of that Amish blue cheese. Once I get them mixed up just a little bit, I'm going to stop and add in about a half of a teaspoon of kosher salt. That's all that I want to add at this point because that blue cheese does have a bit of saltiness all on its own. I'm going to finish mixing that up and then I'm going to put it over to the side to let the flavors kind of meld. The next thing that I'm going to do is cut up 2 onions. For this recipe, I am using 2 brown onions. You could also use white onions or yellow onions if you would prefer to. I'm going to cut them in half and peel them and then slice them. When you slice them in the direction that I'm slicing now, they do not hold that kind of curly shape. If you turn them the other way, they do, so that's kind of your call. The next thing I'm doing is putting them into my pan. I have a little bit of olive oil there in the bottom of the pan, and I'm also adding a little bit of kosher salt, probably around a teaspoon, and some freshly ground black pepper. I want to stir these together until my onions are nice and coated in that oil, and of course the salt and pepper is also spread around. And then I'm going to put this on a pretty low heat and let them caramelize slowly. The slower that you let them caramelize, the more beautiful that they are going to be in the end. I'm going to let these cook while I roll out my dough. This I'm going to par bake for 10 minutes at 425 on my pizza stone. Meanwhile, I want to jump back over here and just check on my onions and give them a nice little stir and let them continue cooking while I cut up my pear. For my pear, I'm going to quarter it and then remove the center, and then I'm going to cut it into little slices about this thick. Put those to the side. Once again, give your onions a little stir. I just don't want you guys to forget about those. So this is my bacon, and I'm using an Applewood smoked bacon. It is easier to cut if you put it in the freezer for like 30 minutes, but I didn't. But I'm going to go ahead and cut it into small slices, and I'm going to add it into my pan with just a little bit of oil and cook it part way. Meanwhile, one more time, I want to check on these onions, and they are looking absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and remove them from my pan and just put them into my little bowl here and set them over to the side. Now I want to go back in here to my crust, which I have par baked. Do you guys have a good pizza crust recipe, a good dough recipe? Would you like mine? If you don't have one and you would like me to post mine, leave it in the comments and I will do a video and give y'all my dough recipe. Anyway, I am spreading that beautiful blue cheese sauce on there that we just now made, and then I'm going to put a nice little, kind of pile of the caramelized onions. You can put as much or as little as you want, but I'm going to put a good amount. The next thing is some cheese, and this is kind of a protective layer for the onions because we don't want them to keep cooking, over caramelized in the oven. Then I'm going to put down a generous layer of bacon because I love bacon and it really nicely complements the sweetness of those onions with the saltiness of the bacon. Next, another layer of cheese, and then my pears are going to go down in a pretty little pattern. This is going to go in the oven at 425 until it is absolutely gorgeous and golden, and then I'm going to garnish it with some balsamic reduction. I will also leave a link to that recipe in the description, and this is ready to serve.
Hi again, thank you so much for watching my video. Please give it a like and a thumbs up and share it with all of your friends because sharing is caring. And if you're not already a subscriber, be sure to go ahead and subscribe now. Thank you so much for watching and happy cooking, everyone.
bestbitesforever.com